Well, it's a disappointing loss. You know, it's in early January. In the last few years, we've seen to have some really bad, disappointing losses at home in January. And I guess you can add this to it. I guess you just blame me. Obviously, our team wasn't prepared and ready to play, so that's got to go on the fault of somebody. And obviously, the guy in charge takes the blame. You know, come out and start the game like we started again. You know, there's something wrong there, and obviously, what we're doing in practice and what our coaching techniques are not working. So I'll take the blame for this.
Questions for players first?
JB, when you see the double teams that Xavier's getting, is that something where you say to yourself, I have to step up and have to make some plays?
Yeah, usually it's my man that goes to double X, so I just try to dive to the basket as quick as I can and score down there because I know I need to do whatever I need to do to help the team. So.
Javen, you're one of the leaders in the locker room. What do you say to the guys after a loss like this to kind of get back on track for Saturday?
I mean, it all starts in practice. We got to practice harder, we got to practice better, and then you see what happens when we don't practice hard. It translates to the game, and then we play like this.
Javen, it was a slow start for you guys here tonight. What do you attribute that to?
Once again, practice. We practice hard this week, and we see what happens.
James, you put a lot of effort in on the defensive end and the rebounding. You want to talk about what you were trying to do to get the team back in the game with your effort?
I just wanted to be aggressive out there and just do whatever I could. Whatever they was giving me, I just wanted to be aggressive, go get the rebounds, defend.
Anybody else? Thanks, guys.
Coach, what do you attribute the slow start to tonight?
Well, we did not have very good practice on Tuesday. We gave them Sunday and Monday off, and they came in on Tuesday, and it looked like they were off on Tuesday too. And and then yesterday, we went very short, and I mean, we think about the first possession of the game. That on our first defensive possession, they go into a post player that doesn't score much. The scouting report says he can only go over his left shoulder, and the ball goes in to him deep, which we can't get the ball in that deep, and he takes one dribble over his left shoulder and lays it, a little short jump hook in. And then we go down to the other end, we run a set play to our superstar, and he gets the ball in the exact same position. Instead of just taking a little left shoulder layup, he fakes and spins and shoots a fading away hook shot when all he had to do was lay it in. And it boggles your mind to see that when, you have scouting reports and you watch film and you get yourself prepared to play for things, and it all went to hell from there. I mean, they made that easy layup, they came down, made a three, and then, they had 25 points 10 minutes into the game. They only scored 41 or 42, I guess, the rest of the game. But, we've got ourselves in the big hole again, and then we just, our execution wasn't good. We made critical errors, and then we missed some wide open looks to win the game. I mean, we had a wide open three from the corner that we airballed. We had a wide open three from the right wing that we missed that would have put us up two with 20 seconds to go in the game. And then, our freshmen needed to make one more pass when we were going for the last, the shot to tie it. We had X open on the wing, but I had been yelling at Braden, why won't we shoot the ball? And so he went and tried to shoot it. I'm glad he did. I'm glad he had the courage to try and take the game-tying shot, but we had X wide open on a flare screen, and he just needed to make one more pass. That doesn't mean X would have made it. He was 0 for 3 for the day from the three anyways, but it would have been a better look. It would have been a better look. So, I don't know. Obviously, if I knew why we had started poorly Saturday, I'd have fixed it for today. But it's just really disappointing. I've coached some really good teams that have played some really poor games in January at home and lost. lost, and we came back and, 2 years ago we lost to Detroit, and then followed that up with a loss to Cleveland State at home. And we came back and won the championship. The year before that, we finished second, and we lost, I think, to Northern Kentucky, who at that time wasn't very good at home. And then went to Green Bay and Milwaukee and won. So, it's not death. I don't look at it as death, although with this team, because we don't know certain things about this team, it's really concerning. I mean, it's really concerning. We could have put ourselves in a position Saturday and today to really, through a quarter of the season, to be in a position that we can finish in the top 4 and have a home court. But I mean, it's our 5th loss at home this year, and it's very discouraging. It's very upsetting.
And Coach, about that too, because historically you guys have been one of the best home programs in the country, and as of late you guys have become one of the better road programs in the country in league play.
Yeah, last 2 or 3 years we've won on the road more than we've won at home in the league play. And that's disconcerting for me as a coach. And our fans are so great, and our students are so great that it really hurts me because we want to give them wins, and this is ridiculous tonight. Just ridiculous. It's very, very. My stomach's in my throat. I mean, I can't tell you how upset I am right now, and how angry I am with the effort and the way we played. Very, very disconcerting. And it's all the way down. I'm not pointing a finger or blaming anybody. I'm pointing it at myself. I mean, the captain of the ship, when the ship's not going right, it's the guy that's got to get it straight. And we'll go to work and try and do that. I heard Green Bay lost tonight, so they're going to come in here. I believe Green Bay is a better basketball team than Milwaukee is. They beat Milwaukee at Milwaukee, so it's not going to get easier Saturday.
And what about that now, Coach? I mean, does that add to your angst a little bit when you look at Green Bay, you look down the road Detroit, as well as putting together wins?
Well, after Saturday we go on the road for 3 games against 3 really good teams. So, it's not something that I can look down the road. Neil, I've got to look at Saturday, and we've got to find a way to compete. Because we competed 7 days ago. We're sitting in here at this time pretty happy. 3-0. Just beat probably the best team in the league and competed our tail off. And 7 days later, we got all kinds of issues. We got a kid that misses team breakfast today, is late for shoot around, screws up the whole thing, screws up the starting lineup, screws up the rotations. We've got all hell breaking loose. We can't make a shot. We got our star post player, scoring 5 points, going 1 for 8 from the floor. We got wide open shots we're missing, and we continually give up easy looks. And it's all the effort plays. I have a saying, and I preach to every team, that you have to be all pro at all the things that don't take talent. If you want to be a championship level team, you have to be all pro at all the things that don't take talent. And we're not all pro. We're not even all little league. I mean, we have the things that don't take talent, we're terrible at. And that's really, really disconcerting as the coach.
Do you think Milwaukee has done the best job this season of containing X defensively?
I never want to say anything disparaging to the other team, especially when they win. So they had a game plan, and I'm sure their coaching staff, and they're looking at this and saying, wow, we did a great job. We held him to 5 points. He was 1 of 8. I've seen the same techniques used against him from Power 5 conference players, bigger, stronger, more athletic. I've seen everybody try and guard him, and I've never seen X the way he was tonight. From body language to everything about him tonight was just, having the mantle of star on your back is not an easy thing. And when you've never had it or never been there before, it's a grind, it's a long season. And I really believe he did not handle that well today. you know, he would have liked to have been Robin tonight instead of Batman, where, you know, where he's the second guy, and, you know, all the focus, he's just gotten worn down maybe from all the focus on him. And I don't believe he handled it very well tonight in any way, like I said, from body language to anything. And, you know, he's going to learn from that, and he's either going to flourish in the role, or he's going to continue to have some nights like he had tonight. And if he does, we're not going to be a good team, because if we get the level of performance that we got from him tonight, we're going to have a hard time winning. I mean, we just lost at home. We just lost at home to a team that was, what, 1-3 or whatever they were when they came in here, 1-2. So it's interesting. The road teams seem to win in almost every game in league play this year. So, although I think we're probably the road team that lost tonight, from what I was hearing. I don't know if I answered your question or not, but I don't want to say, well, no, Milwaukee. I mean, they beat us, and they held them to 5 points.
More questions? All right. Thanks, Coach.
All right.